Hello one and all, welcome to Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera, and here at the show we smash bud like you smash that like button. So if you wouldn't mind smashing that like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. Thank you so much. And now let's get started with the 10X rule by Grant Cardone. This video is entitled 5 Lessons from the 10X Rule. So 5 lessons we are going to learn today from the book The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Let's start with lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is to make your goals 10x, to make them huge goals. And I know that sounds a little esoteric if we can, but let's take it away from that. Let's talk about it like this. Let's say you want $100,000, right? So you work really hard, and you're trying to get to $100,000, and you fall short by your given date, right? So you failed in that respect. You did not get to your goal, right? Now let's say you wanted $100,000, so you set your goal at not 100,000, but you set it at $1 million. That's a 10x goal. And if you set it at $1 million and you fail at $1 million, guess what? You still failed just like you failed at $100,000. But would you rather fail at $100,000 or would you rather fail at $1 million? Because guess what? If you fail at $1 million, but you're busting your butt trying to get to that million, you might make it to $250,000. Now, isn't that better than your initial goal? I think so. That is right. That's what we're talking about here today. Let's talk about it a different way. Let's say that you need to come into contact with someone for your work, right? You're working these leads and you're trying to come into contact with someone. Now, you could possibly get into contact with someone's assistant, and there's nothing wrong with being an assistant. Great work, but he's not necessarily the person you want to get to, right? So let's say you're talking to someone's assistant, and you were able to do it, or maybe you weren't even able to get to that person's assistant. Okay, maybe next time, don't try to talk to their assistant. Try to talk to them. Maybe not even try to talk to them. Maybe try to talk to their boss and see what can be done about that. You might fail, but you might get a lot further along than if you hadn't tried at all. So why not just kick those goals up to 10? That's what we're doing today. That is lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is that after you kick your goals up to 10, you gotta put your efforts up to 10. That means 10 times the work at least. You have to bust your butt at this all the time. You have to make this happen. No one else is gonna make this happen for you. So you gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the work daily. I know it gets tiring. I know we need downtime, and seriously, take your downtime when you need it. But you know what? If you have a goal in your heart, put in the work, because you know what? It will pay off. And lesson number 3. We are talking about lesson number 3 here today. We have 10x our goals. We have 10x our work. What is next? We got to 10x that luck. And what am I talking about here? Luck. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard this before? That person X, Y, and Z, they weren't working hard. They were lucky. That is why they got to the top. They were lucky. Elon Musk, he was lucky. He lucked into it. He had family money. He just got lucky. Sure. But here's the thing about old Elon Musk, right? He was putting in 16-hour days, 7 days a week for several years to get that lucky. And that is what we are doing today. We are creating our own luck. They say that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Preparation meets opportunity. Now here's the thing. Opportunities are happening all around us all the time. But either A, we don't recognize them, or B, once we do recognize an opportunity, we actually aren't skilled enough to pull it off. And why aren't we skilled enough to pull it off? Because we haven't put in the work yet. This goes back to rule number 2, put in the work. But again, we are trying to put in the work so that when the right opportunity happens, when the right opportunity comes along, we are ready to attack. We are ready to pounce. We are pouncing on those opportunities because we are well prepared, and that is us creating our own luck. That is right. That is what we are talking about here today. So let's move on to lesson number 4. What is lesson number 4? I'll tell you what lesson number 4 is right now. But first, I'm going to try to 10x my own luck by asking you if you wouldn't mind again liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell, as it's helping me defeat the evil YouTube algorithm. So let's go, let's do this, and let's get to lesson number 4. Lesson number 4. Do what you fear. Do what you fear. Does something make you nervous? I'm not talking about just jumping in front of the bullets just to jump in front of them, but do you want something? Do you need something in your heart? But maybe the path to get that thing that you need desperately makes you uncomfortable. Maybe it makes you nervous. Maybe it makes you break down. You got to learn how to manage yourself so that you can rush forward and you can go through and you can attack that fear. You can get through the fear and you can get to your prize. Do what you fear. If you have any weaknesses, and we all have weaknesses, then doing what you fear will, 1, show you what your weaknesses really are, and 2, it will help you to overcome those weaknesses by attacking that fear. We are doing what we fear. We are doing what we need to do in spite of fear. That is called bravery. That is called 10 points Gryffindor right there. 10x Gryffindor right there. So do what you fear. And finally, lesson number 5. 5. What is lesson number 5? I'll tell you what lesson number 5 is. Lesson number 5 is this. Don't compete. Dominate. Do not compete with others. Dominate. You ever seen a horse at the racetrack? That is why they have those blinders on. They have those blinders on so that they are looking forward, because this is their race. They're not interested in the other horses. They are just running their butts off. Now let's talk about domination, sheer domination. Another way to put this is be so good they can't deny you. Be so good they can't deny you. That is what we are talking about here today. So let's talk about domination. Let's talk about the story of the tortoise and the hare. So many of you have heard this fable. You have a tortoise, you have a hare. They engage in a race, and the hare blasts off, and he is way ahead. He is so far ahead. He just sits there. He just takes a nap. Meanwhile, the tortoise, he's walking his path, and he's doing it as quickly as he can. Not as quite as quickly as the hare, but he gets ahead. And while the hare is sleeping, the tortoise won the race. We are supposed to be like the tortoise, right? That's what they tell us. Now, that would be like some people just try to become a millionaire through get-rich-quick schemes. That's the hare right there. The other one is good, solid index funds for the course of a lifetime, try to get to that million. And yeah, it'll happen eventually, sure. And that's preferable to just the get-rich-quick schemes. But what if there was a third option? What if there was a Batman involved? The tortoise, the hare, and the Batman. That is correct. So let me tell you about Batman real quick, right? Batman, he would blast off because he has all the training under his belt. He has the strength from years of training, and he would just run his butt off. He would be at least as fast as the hare, and that's great. The difference between Batman and the hare is that Batman doesn't rest. He doesn't rest himself, or at least he has the focus to continue forward when things get hard. Because we all need a rest, but the Batman has the focus to continue forward when things get hard, just like the tortoise. So the Batman is like combining the best parts of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise and the hare. He has the hare's physical traits. He has the speed and the endurance, and on the other hand, he has the tortoise's ability to just keep focus, keep on track, and not stop. When you put those things together, when you marry them together, you dominate the competition. There's a man, David Goggins. He says it's so easy to be exceptional nowadays. And do you know why that is? It's so easy to be exceptional. It is so easy to be exceptional because Other people are hardly trying out there. They think they're trying, they're not trying. They're barely kind of trying. They are not trying, you know. And if that is the rest of your competition, then guess what? Just putting in the effort, just putting in the daily work, you are going to dominate them, dominate the competition. So that is lesson number 5 for you today. And again, let's go over our lessons. We are going to 10x our goals. 10x our goals. We want $100 million. Guess what? We aren't going to get $100 million by making our goal $100 million. We are going to get $100 million by making our goal $1 billion. We are going to 10x our goals. We are going to make our goals $1 billion to get that $100 million. Rule number 2, 10x your work. You have to be outworking the competition. Outwork them. Put in the work to match your goals. You are trying to swing it out of the park, and you are trying to swing it out of the park non-stop. That is what you are doing here today. Rule number 3, create your own luck. Create your own luck. What is luck? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. When preparation meets opportunity, you will become very lucky. They said before, I forget who said this, but they said that I find that the harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work, the luckier I get. So we are creating our own luck by letting our daily work meet our opportunities. Rule number 4, do what you fear. Run through that fear, run into it to get what you want, to take what you want from this world, because it's not just going to give it to you, all right? You need to be able to take your goals, whether that goal is a new position, or starting a new business, or winning MVP trophy, you know? You gotta take it from this world, because that is what's gonna happen. You have to run through everything that you are afraid of. You need to run through everything you're afraid of to locate your weaknesses and to squash them down, to end your weaknesses, to make your weaknesses into your strengths. That is rule number 4. And rule number 5, don't compete, dominate. That is what we are doing here today. We are not competing with other people. We have no competition. We are our own competition. We dominate. If we have a competitor against us, the competitor is not there to compete with us. They are there to be our teacher. If we have an opponent, our opponent is not our enemy. Our opponent is our teacher, because they will help us locate our weaknesses. We are not competing against them. We are only competing against ourselves every day, and we are there to dominate the competition, which we do not have. That is right. Those are your 5 lessons here today from the 10X rule. So I thank you guys once again. Friends and family, I thank you for being here with me on this journey. I have a quick announcement if I could. So I put a call out to Savannah Smiles, your girl, Savannah Smiles. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she is a banging YouTuber. She's got an awesome channel up. I suggest you check it out. Savannah Smiles. She's a lifestyle and finance blogger, and I look very forward to having her on the show in the next couple of days. So thank you so much, Savannah, and thank you one and all, friends and family, for being here with me today. Again, if you haven't, click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. It helps me defeat that evil YouTube algorithm. So let's get ahead together, one and all. Thank you, one and all. It's been great, and peace.